Welcome to English Avenue, where learning English becomes exciting. Today, we embark on a thrilling journey through the life of one of history's most controversial figures, Adolf Hitler. Love him or hate him, his story is filled with dreams, failures, ambition, and power. From a small boy with big dreams to a man who changed the world forever, this is the story of Adolf Hitler like you've never heard before. Are you ready? Grab your headphones, sit back, and let's dive into this incredible tale that will improve your English and keep you hooked until the end. It all started on April 20th, 1889, in a small town called Braunau am Inn in Austria, where a baby boy was born to Alois and Clara Hitler. They named him Adolf. No one knew this little boy would grow up to shake the world. As a child, Adolf wasn't special. He loved playing outside, drawing pictures, and imagining a big future. However, life wasn't perfect. His father, Alois, was very strict and wanted Adolf to study hard and secure a government job like him. But Adolf had a different dream. He wanted to be an artist. His mother, Clara, loved and supported him, but she couldn't change Alois's mind. Adolf's childhood was filled with fights with his father, who often dismissed his artistic aspirations, calling them unrealistic. When Adolf was 13, his father died suddenly. While some thought he would feel free, the loss left a hole in his heart. He began skipping school, losing interest in studies despite being a bright student. After finishing school, Adolf packed his bags and moved to Vienna, the capital of Austria, with the hope of becoming a famous painter. He applied to the Academy of Fine Arts, but when the results came, his heart broke. He was rejected. Determined to try again, he applied the following year, only to face rejection once more. Devastated and without a job, Adolf's life became difficult. He lived in tiny, dirty rooms and sometimes slept on the streets, selling hand-painted postcards for money. Life felt unfair, and his mother's passing only deepened his loneliness and frustration. During this time, he started blaming others for his failures. In 1914, everything changed when World War I began. Seeing an opportunity to make his life meaningful, Adolf joined the German army. He loved being a soldier, believing he was finally part of something bigger. His bravery on the battlefield earned him 2 medals. However, in 1918, Germany lost the war, and Adolf was furious, believing the country's leaders had betrayed the nation. He was determined to bring Germany back to power. After the war, Germany was in chaos. People were poor, food was expensive, and the country had to pay heavy reparations to other nations. Adolf saw this as his opportunity. He joined a small political group called the German Workers' Party and quickly became a powerful speaker, drawing large crowds with passionate speeches. He renamed the group the National Socialist German Workers' Party, or the Nazi Party, and designed its symbol, a red flag with a black swastika. His speeches promised a strong Germany, but his ideas were dangerous, as he blamed certain groups for the country's problems. In 1923, Adolf attempted to seize control of the German government in what became known as the Beer Hall Putsch, but he failed and was imprisoned for 9 months. During his time in jail, he wrote Mein Kampf, My Struggle, a book outlining his vision for Germany. After his release, he worked even harder, strengthening the Nazi Party. By 1933, Adolf Hitler was appointed Chancellor of Germany. This marked the beginning of a new era. He promised jobs, a strong military, and a bright future, and the people trusted him. However, they had no idea of his real plans. As Chancellor, Adolf made significant changes. He built roads, factories, and schools, creating jobs and making Germany appear strong again. People praised him, calling him a hero. However, behind this success, he controlled newspapers, radios, and schools, ensuring only his ideas were spread. Those who disagreed were punished or imprisoned. He built a strong army called the SS and created the Hitler Youth, a group of young boys trained to follow Nazi ideologies. By 1939, Adolf made his boldest move. He ordered the invasion of Poland, starting World War II. His dream was to make Germany the most powerful country in the world. At first, his army won many battles, but as the war continued, things went wrong. He had made too many enemies. Meanwhile, he carried out one of history's darkest events, the Holocaust, where millions of innocent Jewish people and others he deemed unfit for Germany were brutally killed. By 1944, Germany was losing the war. The United States, the Soviet Union, and Britain were too powerful. German cities were bombed, and the people who once worshipped Adolf began to lose faith in him. He became paranoid, trusting no one and spending most of his time hiding in his bunker. By early 1945, Germany was surrounded. Soviet forces pushed in from the east, while American and British soldiers attacked from the west. Berlin, once a proud capital, was in ruins. Adolf refused to surrender, believing that if Germany lost, it was because the people were not strong enough. On April 29, 1945, he made a surprising decision. He married his longtime partner, Eva Braun, inside his bunker. The next day, realizing the war was lost, Adolf and Eva took their own lives. When Soviet soldiers entered the bunker, they found their bodies. Germany surrendered on May 8, 1945, bringing an end to the war in Europe. What was once Adolf Hitler's dream of a powerful Germany had instead brought destruction and sorrow. Millions of lives were lost due to his actions. After his death, the world worked to rebuild, and Germany became a peaceful country. People remembered the horrors of the Holocaust and World War II to ensure such tragedies never happened again. Today, Adolf Hitler's name serves as a reminder of the dangers of hatred, unchecked ambition, and the misuse of power. His story teaches us that every decision we make shapes the future. His choices led to pain and loss, not just for himself, but for millions of others. This reminds us that every action, no matter how small, matters. We must choose wisely and always consider how our decisions impact others. Hatred and division only tear people apart, but the world is a better place when we come together, respect one another, and work toward peace. Life is too short for anger and judgment. By embracing kindness and understanding, we can create a future filled with hope rather than regret. So remember, choose love over hate, humility over pride, and unity over division. These simple lessons can make our world a better place. This was the story of Adolf Hitler, a man whose life changed the world forever. It is a story of dreams, power, and the mistakes that led to tragedy. History is not just about the past. It teaches us how to build a better future. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to English Avenue for more exciting stories that help you learn English while exploring history. See you in the next story.